We're Uno+Ichi, aka I'm Hana.
And Joanna. I'm Joanna. Well, that doesn't mean like we're... Never mind. Sorry. Can we start over?
So we're Uno+Ichi. I'm Hana.
I'm Joanna.
And yeah.
So we like the idea of like 1+1, like two people working together. It would be like two artists, or like just the idea of collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
But also we love the idea of like taking things like this, whether it be this or whatever we're doing, like taking things one step at a time. And we didn't really like we didn't want it to be called like 1+1, and somehow like
I think that we started with like something like 1+1, but
like the
not
idea
that.
Something like encompasses the idea.
Yeah, and then at the time Joanna was taking Japanese and Spanish at the same time, and those are the only languages I've taken. So we just
and they're both like homophonic, so
yeah,
we just kind of like said it one day, and then like it just stuck, and we liked it, and we went with it.
Mm-hmm.
We met in our first week of college at Brown, and I think we have both kind of known of each other.
Yeah, we had like a mutual friend who was like, "Hey, Joanna's going to Brown. You should meet her." Basically.
And then we met on the first week, and then we've been friends ever since. And then we ended up like living together for 3 years in college.
Someone told us, this is a lie, but someone told us that that Urban Outfitters threw away their clothes the last Thursday of the month in the like garbage cans in the back. So if you wanted to get like free clothes, you could.
And we were like, what? We were like the epitome of like, like scavenger college students.
We had like headlamps and like got dressed.
And one day we were like ready, and it was pouring outside, and we were like dressed in garbage bags because it was pouring.
Yeah,
we didn't have ponchos, you know. And we had like headlamps, and we went to the dumpster, and we were like on top of
Where's
it, like
the clothes? But
it was a lie. There were no clothes.
There were no clothes. I don't know who said that and why we believed them.
Exactly. But I guess that just kind of shows like our hustler.
Yeah. Like we were like always like, okay, yeah, let's try it. Let's do it.
Yeah. I think for us, it's like we're just like two scrappy girls, like trying to make it, like just trying to just make things happen. And I feel like that's how we approach like our business.
Yeah. So we used to work out here, and there was a covering, but there was no walls. And that was all through the winter, and we would literally, just like you saw the coats hanging here, we would come in, put on coats, put on a hat,
jackets, like
put on earmuffs.
Every part of the body other than like our fingers and our like eyes, just to throw.
And it was freezing, and it was terrible. And then I think my dad like felt really
bad
for us. So basically, it's kind of like my birthday's in January. It's like a Christmas birthday present. He was like, let's build this thing.
And literally P helped us build it from the ground up, like everything from the bricks in the ground to like the wood posts, like we literally built with our hands.
So we like stapled in all these.
We just finished painting it, like
we put in the I were like sanding all the walls.
Oh yeah, and like we badly needed shelves, but like we got to like design those shelves in the way that like we get to take the boards out when we throw, and then we put it back in, so they're kind of like portable.
That was Joanna's like genius idea.
So this has basically been built just like catered for our production, which is really great.
Sometimes it's like this cup looks like it wants to like have its nose here, and like look, it already has an expression to it that we just like bring out.
Sometimes it's like, oh, like in terms of like the clay, or in terms of like the shape of the face or vessel, it reminds me of someone, and so like maybe we'll just try to look like this person we know, like one of our friends. But sometimes it's like, oh, maybe it's just like, but a lot of times I feel like it's just the clay like has its like mind of its own, and it's just like, I'm gonna be its own thing, and you kind of have to like, okay, the eyes definitely go here, and like I don't think we like intended to be in that way, like, oh, it's gonna be like an Asian series, but sometimes like, oh, like this particular clay like reminds me of my friend or my mom, and I want to make something that looks like someone I know. But I don't think we intentionally say like, oh, like this is gonna be this way, but I think we also just like the different varieties in clay as well.
And I remember I had a teacher at Glendale Community College who said like that ceramics art survived the like the machine or the industrial revolution kind of, or that it's still valued and it's still being done, even though machines can make it.
Mm-hmm.
So
right. There's still a certain sort of like appreciation and like distinction and love and value for something that's handmade versus something like that's made out of mold. You know, like if you found a coffee mug at Target versus this, like there's still something about it that is very different.
Thank you.